welcome to Fox's coverage of the 13th NSL Open Tournament, also known as yet another dumpster fire in the making. I'm Joe Buck, and with me, as always, is Troy Aikman. It's a cold winter day here in March, a perfect time to sit inside and waste your life playing a dead game that nobody cares about. It seems to be starting, but it looks like the league admins team didn't even bother to show up. Does that surprise you at all, Troy?
Not at all, Joe. Infamous has always been a very emotional player, and it looks like some of his team members leaving finally broke him. Rumor is that Plebdo couldn't stand playing with the guy, causing a mass exodus. Even Rob P. preferred to get beaten by his wife than keep playing with this guy. Can't say this move was unexpected.
An unfortunate development, but the loss of one team just means that the ultimate prize of in-game belts, which will never be given to the winners anyway, are up for grabs. First up, we had Hand Washers, also known as Putin's superfans, facing off against the esteemed Glizzy Gobblers, who make people like Sal seem smart. Troy, do you have a recap of these games?
It was looking pretty dicey for a while, but Glizzy pulled ahead and managed to get a 2-0 victory over the Russians. Unexpected, but hats off to Glizzy.
Great job to both teams. Now let's move on to Fades with Shades versus Snoofed. Looking at the matchup here, it seems it's a bunch of pub stars playing a lot of ex-Premier Division players. I wonder how that's going to go. Let's check in with Aaron Andrews, who was up close with both teams. Aaron, how did these matches fare?
Hi, Joe. Most people thought these matches would be a massacre, yet they were anything but. Snoofed really took a beating from Fades with Shades, with the captain of Fades even saying he thought he was playing a team commanded by Shifter. Harsh words from a guy who can barely shoot 14%. But their decisive victory on Nexus over Snoofed really amped up his team's confidence.
It's wonderful to hear that people's egos are inflating. Any comments from Snoofed on this?
Snoofed thought this match would be a cakewalk, but with them barely edging out a 2-1 victory, it seems their confidence is shattered. All they would say were vague insults about the opposing players. But they're hopeful that they can refocus for their upcoming match versus another inexperienced team.
Thanks for the information, Aaron. Troy, any thoughts on this?
Well, Joe, it's bad enough to hear that this team of washed-up boomers can't even manage to sweep a team of bad server players, but their next matchup is a team with slightly above an average of 50 hours of experience in competitive NS2. Things may get dicey for these 5,000-hour veterans.
Well put, Troy. The players on Snoofed really need to step their game up. Now it seems the next match is Glizzy Gobblers versus Talent Problem, and it was another 2-1 game here going to Talent Problem. Anything notable happen in these games that Snoofed should be worried about?
The fact that Talent Problem dropped around to Glizzy Gobblers really bodes well for Snoofed. They really need an opponent who makes a lot of mistakes if they hope to win, so this may be a good omen.
Desperate times for these once skilled players. Okay, looks like Talent Problem and Snoofed are going to face off. Predictions seem to be that it can go either way. Let's watch. And in the end, it's a 3-0 sweep in favor of Talent Problem. Looks like the veterans with thousands of hours couldn't even manage to take one round from the team full of inexperienced and new players. Troy, any analysis from your side?
The showing was absolutely pathetic, Joe. Golden giving a master class in how to throw your skulk and have as little impact as possible, while also displaying his prowess for not understanding how to life form and flashing everything from Fade to Onos. Maybe even more disappointing was Phone still not understanding that upgrades are useful for a team, especially on aliens. You just can't expect to win anything with this guy in the chair. And the two returning players, Spring and ASDF, just were not impressive. Maybe they need some more time to acclimate to the game again. But for players who previously dominated the scene, they played like someone suffering from Parkinson's got access to their accounts and played for them. Despite this, though, Talent Problem showed some great games. Great alien pack play and solid kills on Marines. I can tell you that these guys will go far in this 5-team tournament.
Thanks for the insight, Troy. Well, it looks like Fades has just won the losers bracket, which means that the epic rematch of Fades with Shades versus Snoofed is going to happen tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central on NSL TV. Troy, any parting thoughts for the upcoming games tomorrow?
The only way I can see Snoofed winning is if they get some mercs to even out their roster. If they could replace Phone with someone who understands basic gameplay, they might just have a chance.
As always, thank you for the expert analysis, Troy. And thank you to Aaron Andrews as our on-scene reporter. We hope you'll tune into these games tomorrow or maybe do basically anything else with your life. That's probably more productive than watching these pathetic showings masquerading as competitive games. But since we know you don't have anything better to do, thank you for watching. Good night, and see you at the finals.
Fox Sports thanks you for watching this presentation of the Natural Selection League. For NSL news and highlights, go to ensl.org.